My doctor has been experimenting on me for 23 years. I just found out I'm not even human. I started having blackouts when I turned 18. They happened every few months at first, always the same pattern. I'd feel this weird tingling in my fingers, then everything would go dark. When I woke up, I'd be in my bed with no memory of how I got there. My parents said I was having seizures and took me to Dr. Whitman. He was this older guy with kind eyes who worked out of a small clinic downtown. He ran all these tests on me, blood work, brain scans, the whole thing. Everything came back normal. Sometimes the brain just misfires. He told me with a gentle smile. We'll keep monitoring you, Marcus. Don't worry. The blackouts kept happening. Every 3 to 4 months like clockwork. Dr. Whitman would see me the day after each episode, checking my vitals, asking how I felt. He always seemed genuinely concerned, always had time to talk. When I was 20, the episodes got worse. Instead of waking up in my bed, I'd find myself in strange places. Once I came to in my car parked outside a hospital 40 miles away. Another time I woke up in my backyard at 3 in the morning, dirt under my fingernails like I'd been digging. The condition is progressing, Dr. Whitman explained, but you're handling it remarkably well. Your recovery time is actually impressive. I trusted him completely. He was the only doctor who didn't make me feel like a freak. When other specialists suggested psychiatric evaluation, Dr. Whitman defended me. He said my case was unique, that he wanted to study it personally. Over the years, the blackouts became routine. I'd feel that familiar tingling, then wake up 12 to 18 hours later feeling surprisingly refreshed. Dr. Whitman would always call within a day to schedule a follow-up. How are you feeling, Marcus? Any nausea, headache, unusual sensations? The questions were always the same. The examinations too. Blood pressure, temperature, reflexes. He'd draw blood samples every time, saying he was tracking changes in my brain chemistry. I never questioned it. Dr. Whitman had been taking care of me for over 2 decades. He knew my medical history better than anyone. Last month, something changed. I was having coffee with my neighbor Janet when she mentioned her son had started seeing a neurologist for seizures. Dr. Whitman is amazing, she said. He's been treating epilepsy patients in this town for 30 years. My stomach dropped. What did you just say? Dr. Whitman, the neurologist on 5th Street? He's been helping kids with seizures since the 80s. I stared at her. Janet, Dr. Whitman works downtown, and he's not that old. She looked confused. Marcus, there's only one Dr. Whitman in this area. He's probably 70 by now, and his office is definitely on 5th Street. That night I couldn't sleep. I drove to Dr. Whitman's clinic downtown. The building was dark, but I could see a for lease sign in the window. According to the sign, the space had been vacant for 6 months, but I'd seen Dr. Whitman just 2 weeks ago. I spent the next day researching. There was indeed a Dr. Whitman on 5th Street, but his photo looked nothing like my doctor. This Dr. Whitman was elderly, bald, completely different person. My Dr. Whitman didn't exist in any medical directory. No licensing records, no practice history, nothing. I started digging through my old medical files. Every blood test, every scan, every report was signed by Dr. Whitman. But when I called the labs listed on the paperwork, none of them had any record of processing tests for someone with my name. The medical history I thought I had was completely fabricated. Yesterday I followed the address listed on my medical reports. It led to an industrial building on the outskirts of town. The parking lot was empty except for one car. A black sedan I recognized as Dr. Whitman's. I waited until dark, then snuck around to the back of the building. Through a small window, I could see him. Dr. Whitman was sitting at a computer, typing note. On the screen, I could make out my name at the top of what looked like a research report. That's when I saw the cages, dozens of them, lined up along the walls. Most were empty, but some contained things that made my blood freeze. They looked human, but wrong. Some were too tall, others had extra limbs. One had skin that seemed to shift colors in the fluorescent light. In the center of the room was an operating table with restraints. I must have made a noise because Dr. Whitman suddenly looked toward the window. For a split second, our eyes met. His kind expression was gone, replaced by something cold and calculating. I ran to my car and drove straight home. Within an hour, I felt the familiar tingling in my fingers, but this time I fought it. I bit my tongue, dug my nails into my palms, anything to stay conscious. It didn't work. I woke up 18 hours later with fresh needle marks on my arms and a surgical scar on my abdomen that hadn't been there before. Next to my bed was a note in Dr. Whitman's handwriting. Marcus, you've been an excellent subject. 23 years of data collection complete. Please don't make this more difficult than necessary. Your contribution to science has been invaluable. Dr. W. I'm writing this now because I need someone to know what happened to me. I found a hidden camera in my bedroom, so I know he's been watching me, but I also found something else. In my bathroom mirror this morning, I saw something that shouldn't be possible. When the light hit me at a certain angle, my skin had the same color-shifting quality as the thing in the cage. I'm not entirely human, am I? The tingling in my fingers started an hour ago. It's stronger this time, more insistent. I can hear a car pulling into my driveway. Dr. Whitman is coming for his final appointment. I'm not going quietly this time, but I have a horrible feeling that it won't matter. Because whatever I am, whatever he made me into over all these years, I think I was always meant to end up back in that lab. The doorbell just rang. He's knocking now, calling my name in that same gentle voice that's been lying to me for 23 years. Marcus, I know you're frightened, but we need to finish what we started.